What's good, y'all? It's the next day, or really it's been like 2 days since we took our positions. I'm outside right now just chilling. And something I was just reflecting on was just like the difference between what it looks like when you're rebuilding, because it's not really spoken on a lot, you know, what it looks like to rebuild. And sometimes you're not going to see anything change, or I mean, it just really depends on what stage that you're in when you are rebuilding. You could be in the first, portion of rebuilding, or you could be in the later stages. Either way, it looks bleak. You don't really see any changes, and you may get lost in the sauce a little bit if you look too closely at things. You always want to just back away. Just take a step back, look at the entire journey as a whole. And I always think about the picture that comes to mind is the man who was climbing the stairs, and he sits on the step, and he at first he's like, damn, like this has been a long journey, but then he turns around and he looks at all the steps that he climbed to get to that point to where he's at today, or at that moment. And that's really how you have to look at things. And even I, struggle with this, because this has been a hard journey. I'm not gonna sit here now like it's been easy, that it's just been all peaches and cream, that going back to zero and building my way back up is not the hardest thing that I've ever done. It is, and it's more of a mental situation, mentally taxing as it is physically and, actually doing the thing. But along this journey, I've became more resourceful and been able to use the resources around me regardless of what they are and make the best out of nothing. Because even with the faculties that I had, I didn't decide to start a YouTube channel. I had the money, I had the location, the locale, that I could just go out and make a video every day because everything looks enjoyable outside. I didn't decide to do that. So along this journey, I've became better. I've gotten better. I've strengthened in my mind. But even at the same time, I still do, hear those words of self-doubt that come in. And that's really what I'm battling with right now, is just defeating that self-doubt. So because I've recognized that I am going through something, mentally I'm not 100% here, like that I want to be, I decided to not trade anymore inside of the account for the end of the month. We did take those 2 positions on GU. We took a buy position. Well, no, we took 2 sell positions, and break evens hit. First one stop loss, the second one break even, and I passed up on a buy. But yeah, so we're just gonna be waiting until the new month to make any type of decisions, and that's all there is to it. But we'll probably go over, we should probably go over the winning trade that we took, because it was a winning trade. It was a good trade. It was still a good trading week. We still, within the past 2 weeks, we've made over 15%, and that's something to be happy about. We've only lost maybe 1 trade this past 2 weeks when I switched my mind frame on what was going on in the market, because at first I just didn't understand what was happening. I just stepped in gum. At first I didn't understand what was happening until I took a zoom out and just looked at the weekly time frame and the daily time frame and saw that it was ranging, and then started trading off of that. But yeah, we missed out on the range bottom. So silly me, I done dropped the phone and cracked it looking at the damn well, I was trying to turn it back around. Peep. So we hit the bottom right there, and then there's another crack up here. You can't be so focused on what's happening in the now, right? So for instance, I was so focused on what was happening in that moment. Like I was like, yo, I stepped in some gum. I dwelled on it a little bit longer than I needed to, or than I should have. And what did that lead to? Me dropping and cracking my phone, which this is my recording phone. I do this for my YouTube channels. Like this, all 3 YouTube channels use the exact same camera. right? And thankfully, it didn't break too bad. You know, it's just a screen damage, just cosmetic. Who cares? I don't use this phone other than recording. But focusing on the things that are happening in the moment can mess you up. You know, it can stumble. You can make you trip. It can make you fall. And you don't want to do that, man. Like, I'm prime example. That was a perfect example. I wish I would have caught it on camera. The camera recording software stopped working after it dropped because it broke one of my recording pieces as well. It didn't break my microphone, but it broke the recording piece. As you can see, I'm completely different because I've taken some time to, I took that time to reflect. I told you guys I don't normally reflect because I normally don't have time to, but today I decided to take some extra rest because we got a new mattress and I haven't had a new mattress in years, you know, and I'll probably put up a clip where I was in my penthouse, or you can call it a penthouse, it's a skyrise apartment, right? And I'm sleeping on a fucking air mattress. Like, for what reason? I don't know why. I have like 30 plus K in my bank account. Still sleeps on an air mattress. So you can tell that my mind was not in the right place. Like, I had the money, I had the freedom, but I felt like a bird inside of a cage. So this is the first time I've had a mattress in a couple years. And it's a good mattress and it's going to do well for my back. I did sustain a little bit of injuries from my car accident, and then further, you know, hurt those injuries through my work in the military. So it is important that I do, you know, get some good rest and, you know, actually lay down on something that's not super soft and you sink in, because then it just messes up the back. But today was the first day sleeping on it, and I did a bunch of good healing. Like, I actually slept. I felt refreshed when I woke up. And, you know, I was like, whatever. You know, like, let's just take an extra time to catch up on some rest and, you know, let your body heal because you haven't had this in a long time. And I've already finished all the other work. I knew I had these vlogs that I wanted to edit. I knew I had, you know, some other videos that I finished. So I wasn't tripping too hard off of, like, what to be done. But in that moment, man, oh man, that shit creeped up. It creeped up. You know, it reminded me that just because you don't see it doesn't mean that it's not there. You know, and that's the worst thing about self-doubt. That's the worst thing about, you know, past trauma that you've experienced. And that's why PTSD is a real thing. Like, I've already dealt with PTSD before with a myriad of other things. But with something like this, which I'm not going to speak on the situation, but with something like this, it's much harder to recognize that it's there when you don't actively see it every day. Like, I don't have to go through that situation anymore to where it's fresh in my mind, you know, that I'm reinforcing myself, reinforcing beliefs that, like, okay, I'm strong, you know, I'm doing the right thing. I just got to keep going. I just got to, you know, keep my head focused, keep, you know, just being positive. When you travel to a place of peace, that's where the real battle begins. Like, you may be going through something at that, like, wherever you are, but the battle don't really happen until you get to a place where it's just peaceful and you don't have to go through the bullshit that you was going through before. That's where I'm at mentally, is like recognizing, like, okay, that happens, but still we got to press on, y'all. And I didn't realize that we already talked about the trades previously, so that's not happening in this video, so don't be looking for it. We're not going back over the charts because I didn't take any, you know, any meaningful trades. The trades that I took hit break even, and there's really nothing to speak about on break even trades or stop loss trades. Who cares, right? But yeah, we made a withdrawal this week. We only withdrew half of the profits, and from there we're going to be going into the new month with, like I said, a refreshed mind. We're not taking any more trades, especially because of what I was going through mentally in that moment. It didn't last long. It lasted for maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours, but yeah, we're just not taking any trades. We do have the Day of Atonement coming up in 2 days, I believe. 2 days. So no vlogs, no updates, no trades, no nothing. In the meantime, you can watch my gaming videos. I got one video uploaded. I'm not gonna lie to you. I ain't playing no games today. No games to play today. No games to play the other day. But I did a whole lot of editing. That's what I did. So yeah, you can watch some gaming videos, and by the time this is probably up, because this is gonna be more of a reality check, I can post this whenever. You know, you may see me again, or you just follow my gaming videos. But yeah, that's really all that I wanted to talk about, because like, you just gotta realize there's gonna be ups and downs with this shit, man. Like, I know you just started trading, or you've probably been doing this for years. Sometimes you see results, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you're able to do the things that you want to do, sometimes you're not. And for us, it's different because, you know, our money is invested. Like, I could, of course, pull out all of my profit, well, all the money that I have invested, and then do like big money spreads, post on social media, post videos about it. But that's dumb, right? But because we're traders, we have to keep a substantial amount of income within our accounts, and it's not in our bank accounts. You know, it's liquid. We can still withdraw it. It takes like a couple hours. Sometimes that can affect your psyche a little bit, just a little bit, you know, if you're not mentally in the right place, or if you're not where you want to be in life. And, you know, I just want to give you that encouragement that, like, look, just keep going, like, just press on, keep the vision in mind, because realize that once you get to the point to where your 2%, your 5%, your 10% are like 10, 20, 30, 40K, like, it no longer matters to you anymore. Like, those winning trades, you can take one a month and be good. That's the life that we're looking to attain, right? Well, at least that's the life that I'm looking to attain. I don't know what you're looking to attain, but that's something that I'm looking to attain. And that's something that I've always been looking to have since I started trading. You know, like, of course, okay, let's just be straight. We all got into trading because we were able to make money, right? Make money fast. And my dream was always to, 1, make YouTube videos. 2, make money online. 3, play games. That is the dream that I've had since I was a kid. And I always knew it was possible. Being born in 2000, I was born around the internet age. I got to see the transition. I always knew it was possible. I just didn't know how, but I knew it was possible. And I wish I had, you know, documented shit back when I was a jit, because I used to be on my iPod scrolling, trying to find ways to make money online. No bullshit. Like, I started selling shit on eBay. You feel me? Like, I started doing a bunch of stuff, and my eBay sellers account got taken down because I was too young, and I lied about my age, and I was doing all of this stuff trying to make money online. And now I seemingly have that. So in the grand scheme of things, I'm winning. In the grand scheme of things, we're successful. You know, I may not be I probably am a millionaire now, but I don't know, because I don't count anymore. But the life that I'm looking to live has nothing to do with the number. That's where I'm at mentally. Like, it has nothing to do with a number. But I do understand that money will free up a lot of things. It'll free up a lot of the self-doubt. It'll free up a lot of the impatience. It'll free up the temperance. Like, it'll give so many solutions to a lot of the problems that you may have as a trader beginning, or you can just say that I'm speaking for myself, right? And if you're able to learn from this, the better. You know, we're staying positive, we're staying focused, and I probably won't be recording outside for a little while, because, you know, I ain't trying to break this any more further, and we'll be waiting until we get our vlog camera. But every chance that I do get, I'll step out. I still do have my other phone, so that's my main phone, and, you know, luckily that one didn't drop, because then I'd have to fix it. This one, I'll give 2 shits. Hey, it is what it is. It can still record videos, it still do good, so, I mean, we chilling. I'll catch y'all in the next vlog. I do appreciate y'all for staying with me this entire time. You know, I was in a little down period. I ain't gonna lie to you. You feel me? In that first clip, I was a little down, but I do appreciate y'all for sitting down, you know, taking your time out your day, watching this video. If you're new here, make sure you do sub up. And if you need a community where you want to be with like-minded individuals, where, you know, we uplift each other, we can discuss trades, we can discuss markets, the link is in the description. And I will catch y'all whenever I catch y'all.
I'm just sick and tired of being in the same spot. This is the video before I make millions of dollars. Air mattress, no pillow, like, and I got thousands sitting in the bank. I got thousands sitting in the cryptocurrency. Not touching it. My time is coming. No more air mattress though. No more Mustang. I'm talking about Savage Urus, Savage 63, Mansory editions. It's done. My mama retired, my grandma retired. It's done. New crib is done. Clothing company is done.